But over Jan Temka attacking for P3, runs very wide. That's going to put him under pressure from Max Livingston.
And now going through 10, 8 and 9. This look, Jan Temka has dropped down a little with a touch bit of gravel there, and it's dropped them 4 places down just with a bit of temps losing there. Now through the hairpin, Need takes the outside line, which you know is better, but Antonio Oliveira shows differently with these cold tires. I guess the inside is just a bit better there and gets a position done. Suzuka Shak also is gonna try to look for the in. No. And it looks to me that there's still some internet issues, if you can still hear me. And contact, I see some cars off onto the gravel. The word spoon.
Extremely apologies. Had to do a little bit of a good plug-in and unplug and plug in. This is an Ethernet cable, by the way.
As now it looks to me smooth again for the internet, but not as smooth for our drivers here. Jan Temka being the one that's losing out the most, but tries to work inside for Martin Oliveira. Contact between Sasha there through the chicane, but didn't quite get the position on him, but gets the position of Martin Oliveira for P8. Juan Gramache is racing up ahead, but Mirko Merlo under a second for 4th here as well. Jesper Stopper versus Max Livingston. Goes wide, Jesper Stopper, but doesn't stop him as he's now trying to switch back towards turn 3.
Indeed, so Ismail Stopper has to stay back for P5 behind Max Livingston for now. Slowly we're getting back. Hopefully we have stabilized the issue with floating cars for now as we settle back for the second quarter of the race. We have Ismail Stopper in P5, Juan Gramache out there in, as we see somebody disappearing off into the distance, I think. We have Juan Gramache leading the race, Mirko Melo right behind him. Ismail Stopper pressuring for that 4th place. John Marcucci still staying in the 3rd place. A great race for the Italian driver. We have a great battle here actually for 4th place. So many drivers, one behind one another within half a second. We don't even know who to follow.
As everyone is wanting to get that 4th place position, that's going to be very high here. Obviously the final position changes that can be made with Formula cars are not quite yet here.
Oh, Juan Gramache is in the wall!
Gramache is off before Spoon, and is it going to manage to bring it back before the train of cars comes? No, it doesn't look like he's going to drop down. He's going to be joining in near last place, just ahead of Dirk. And this is a huge heartache moment for him, as he was leading and with a slight mistake through the right-hander. I guess he just hit a bump wrong and jumped off. And here we are now on board with Iker Maravi. Great slipstream, great run, great shot towards 130R, side by side on the outside. Is he going to do it? Fernando Alonso doesn't quite look as there's a bit of contact, but he's still ahead. And he manages to be ahead for the braking point and gets the position done.
Gets the job done for now, as Danny to do a little bit outbreaks himself going into the Casio chicane. He's been setting the timing tables aligned with a 1:59 there. He's been extremely quick in these cars, so let's see if Danny Tsutsui is able to pull some magical moves as Oliveira on the back of Iker Maravi into turn 1 has to settle in for now. The drivers are settling into their grooves, and this race is shaping up to be quite a little bit closer than the previous one. Drivers keeping it extremely cleanly this time around.
As Gramache has this DNF from the session, sadly he won't be racing any longer in these cars for today. He might join us for the next one. Let's see, Martin Oliveira slides through that. That's all slip angle. You just saw it. Not even. That's full on sideways. That's a controlled drift we saw from a Formula car. Iker Maravi nearly does the same up ahead, losing just a bit of time through the freeway battle up ahead between Jan Temka's Letelier and Marquez. Marquez leading that tiny group, but Jan Temka goes for the down under on Sarah. I believe that, no, not Sarah, I'm sorry, for Letelier. And then Sasha Letelier on the inside, and Jan Temka breaks on the grass and slides left, right, but manages to catch it just about the corner happening, and he manages to just stay ahead of Maravi.
Just ahead. That was definitely a brown pants moment. Great car control from Jan Temka there. Somehow managed to catch in the car while braking on the curb. Not advisable, especially since these cars, as we've seen, very much bottom out on the Letelier takes a very wide line. That's allowing Jan Temka to look down the inside force. Such a wide just to avoid contact As we see now, Ike and Maraves slipstream side by side to Jan Temka. They're gonna try and make it maybe 3 wide into 130R, but that's not gonna end well if they do so. So one of those cars will have to back out.
It doesn't look to be quite 3 wide. Jan Temka on the outside goes very wide. Martin follows Jan Temka on the inside is Maraver. Not quite ahead, but I guess the outside line help for Martin. Later on the brakes on the inside, but now outside. So many cars going together into those corners. Danny Tutui joins in. Are they gonna make it a 3-way teammate battle? If even Mulfetov behind joins in, it's gonna be a 4-way battle of the team. Martin O'Leary backs out towards turn 1. Iker on the inside, Danny on the outside. Who's gonna be out ahead? Danny has a better line through there. But is he gonna manage to get it to turn 3? Still on the inside. Has half the car length in front, and Iker doesn't quite respond to that and loses the position. Martin behind as well. Sada now joins in. And now we have the same livery going 4-way into this corner. Up ahead, Sasha and Jan going side by side. This is a 6-way battle, but then Sasha's off, and Danny is and Maravir is off, and Sarah gets the inside on Maravir and gets a position up ahead. Oliveira just defending.
Ooh, somebody's in the
another
gravel.
car is off. That looks to me that's Marquez now losing out and joining in on this battle. Danny Tutui looking for a position on Jan Temka.
Indeed, and this battle is just shaping up even more. More and more cars are joining. As to be honest, as one car leaves, another one joins the battle. Sam Mulfetova on the inside, Martin Oliveira gets the position. Martin Oliveira should have a much better drive inside line for the 200R. Sarah will take that back into the Spoons corner and down into the following corner 130 as Danny Tsutsui himself is on the inside into the Spoons corner. Can he do it on the brakes? He can. He brakes very late, gets ahead of Jan Temka on the exit of the corner, takes that place, but he will now give the slipstream to Jan Temka to fight back at 130R.
And now Danny Tutui showing us that he's the fastest on track with last lap races 1:59 lap time. He is looking to catch Marquez up ahead. Jan Tempa doesn't quite manage to translate anything. It's behind us. Maravir and Oliveira going side by side nearly into 130R. We know the outside line there is faster, and towards the breaking point, Ika is still defending the inside there. Will we see a switchback? There's a car slide off ahead. I think that was. If I'm not wrong, I think that Danny Tutui had a bit of a mistake through there. And this is how, again, the cars are very close together. Marquez still leading this class here, this group. And now Oliveira is right behind the car, disappearing as well in that slipstream. And towards turn 1, stays behind, maybe tries for a shot towards turn 3 if he manages here.
Indeed, he's going to try and make it through the Suzuka S's and maybe have a run through the Degners. If not, try to stay as close. The hairpin is definitely the best overtaking opportunity through here. It's definitely the safest opportunity to overtake. I wouldn't try through the Degners, especially not with these cars. We saw when some drivers are going through the gravel, these cars are bottoming in and out and sending you to the dentist straight after the race. So you really want to avoid any moves through the Degners, especially since the only way through the Degners to overtake is up on those curbs. As Marquez and Danny Tsutsui about to show us almost side by side for the Degners.
Danny Tutui just backed out into it, knowing that that's how the move. Marquez loses the rear, and Danny Tutui gets a great one towards the hairpin. Who's going to be late on the brakes? It looks to be Danny Tutui gets a position down before the braking zone. Marquez tried it. Jan Temka following Tutui. Might get the position here. Marquez not quite on the run on the outside. Sarah might join this as well to make it again 4-way battle. Danny Tutui now up ahead, has a chance to run away if nothing happens. Marquez on the inside for the right, now on the left, Spoons. Jan Temka on the inside. We know that inside
a big
quite
slide.
works out, but Jan Temka catches the car and contact Marquez, and then Sarah collects as well. And Jan Temka is now being a tornado back then, spins around 3 times as Sarah now loses position to Maravir 2. And incredible. So
very sad for Jan Temka. He's been looking very pacey around the group that he was racing with. Has loses out, and the entire group just kind of stretched themselves out. The closest battle is now Oliveira with Letelier. I believe there might be a little bit damage on all the cars that have been involved. Certainly for Sarah with the front wing. Certainly for Oliveira, there will be a little bit of instabilities in the car.
So now the closest battle here we're looking at right now, Sasha. I mean, right now for last place, the Anna and Dirk going side by side. I believe they are through 130R. They're switching positions. That's off. Off is Dirk through 130R and has a bit of contact. I believe there was, and off But now back onto the battle for ninth place, second in the points here. Second to last for the points, I believe it is here. Between these two, Mugen up Garage versus Cram Racing, yellow versus blue. Boston Hornets versus Sauber. I think we saw that in the early 2000s. We see here a recreation.
Indeed, we see that in the feeder series for the main series. This is the ladder into Formula One, and these drivers are racing for whoever academy they're in. So we have such a little year for Mugen App Garage, very reminiscent of Eddie's. Oh, guys! Oh, almost contact between him and Oliveira. Very much reminiscent of Eddie Jordan's liveried Formula One cars. Very great throwback to those. Side by side they go. Letelier goes very deep in, just kind of aggressively knocks Oliveira on the side, but Oliveira still there, returns the favor on such a little. I say, you knock me, I'll knock you back a little bit, but all that fighting just pulls them away from Selmul Fatova, who is catching up to back of Ikemara there, and there is now a new battle developing for the 6th place.
It's now also behind Suzuka Shark and Rob, gone side by side. Suzuka Shark got the inside on the happen and had the move, but Rob tried to respond towards Spoons, which didn't quite work. But now Martin Oliveira is behind Sasha after that incredible overtake from Sasha, but it's not quite over yet. These cars have no pace difference in between each other, and Martin goes very wide, but we know that doesn't lose any time. And towards the breaking point, Sasha defending a bit the inside. Martin nearly cuts the corner to get an optimal line as possible, but runs over those curbs. And Suzuka Shark might be able to catch to those two battling. While up ahead, the closest battle is for P3 between Livingston and Stopper. Also between Marquez and Marave. So some more battles are starting to brew here near the second half of this race.
Oh, very wide from Martin Oliveira there. That's going to cost him a little bit time, I think, for the turn. Oh, and sideways, that's going to cost him even more time to Sacha. 7 times now. That's going to put him right into the clutches of Suzuka, who started in P10, and they will definitely want that P10 position back.
Obviously, after such a start, Suzuka doesn't let go yet. We know Suzuka has to pace after getting, I believe, second in the first race.
Oh, Marquez is off.
Marquez issues. Marquez is off, and now that brings Letelier, Oliveira and Suzuka closer. After that rejoin, Letelier is right there, and Oliveira is also not far ahead. So now it's going to be a 4-way battle if Suzuka Shark stays with them. And Marquez needs a way to cool the tires off a slide like that. So this is going to be interesting to see for 8th place now. But I don't want to say anything. It's also up ahead for P3. Jesper Stopper is catching to Livingston. Half a second between them two.
Indeed, so there's so many battles for us to choose from. Let's ride on board with the battle for 3rd place for a little bit. Tail wiggle from Eastbound Stopper. That's going to cost him some lap time down the main straight. Look at that. It's gone from half a second to 7 tenths already.
It's still going up towards 130. Yeah, 7 tenths. That's just up ahead. I believe it's Martucci. So I haven't seen him. How did he got up there? I believe he was starting there. Also got a nice race from him. But here, P3 battle. Livingston might have to has the worst position here, as he needs to keep a Stopper in bay here behind him. But here also the 4-way battle, Marquez, Letelier, Oliveira and Suzuka Shark all coming towards the final main straight. And now with the slipstream, Shark is the closest of this battle here. Might get here his P10 back.
Indeed, might get P10 back. Got a good slipstream. Look, the closing speed there. Martin Oliveira goes to the inside, but we know that the outside is usually the faster line around the turn 1. And look how much overspeed Suzuka had and how much confidence to drive around the outside of Oliveira. And look, already 3 tenths up ahead, and he's just going to give the dirty air to Oliveira. It's just going to throw him off a little bit more.
And Suzuka Shark, great overtake through that, but now behind Jan Temka and Hopkins. Jan Temka has the pace, but after that big mistake from now, actually, he needs to catch back. Hopkins on controller might have a little bit of an underway here, but he looks to be, he's still confident in that Formula car. Jan Temka with that damage doesn't manage to follow Hopkins quite through those corners. And towards the difficult part here, the Degness, very difficult to get right. Jan Temka goes a little wide, but not too far. Catches the car back onto the asphalt here, but not quite enough to catch to Hopkins. And Jan Temka needs to find a way back. If he manages, he might give away as well to Rob. And after that, he might be back for that big battle to P8.
Indeed, so there's a lot of battles up and down. We see Isman Stopper still maintaining the 7/10 gap to Livingston. Marcucci is maintaining that 1.5 behind Livingston. He's trying to get that second place, which would be a great result for the Italian driver who's been on the very much an upward trajectory with his racing in Let's Go Racing, as most recently securing P2 on track in Long Beach, as we have just basically 3.5 minutes left of this race, plus one more lap. So I reckon we have 4 more laps of racing, and there's still definitely everyone's game to play. Sarah Mulfetova trying to not making as much inroads into Ike Marve as she may have hoped. Dani Tsutsui with a 2-0. Ike Marve going down to 201, getting more and more comfortable with this car. Marquez into 201 as well. Is in fact catching Sarah Mulfetova.
With the pace here, Dani Tsutsui flying here, getting a 2-0. His way of stopping position catch is not over. He's back into the 8th, catch a 2-stopper. Dani Tsutsui looking to get the podium position left. You said 4 more laps, I believe with this one it's just 3 more, and Dani Tsutsui doesn't have much more time to bring it together, but also the more he pushes, now that the time is dropping down, he doesn't have enough much time to catch a mistake that he might do if he does one. So now he has to find
wide
balance.
action. His man goes very wide. I'm surprised he didn't lose more time than he did.
As now is the time they need to find a balance between pushing but also keeping it together. As the more mistakes they do, the less time they have to catch. As Arno catches back to Dirk. I believe it's a bit of a mistake from Dirk there. It's losing down a few tenths to Arno. And up ahead here, we are still looking for the podium position battle. Dani Tsutsui might bring this closer. After getting past Isbrand Stopper, his next opponent will be Livingston. And just ahead, we still see Marcucci possible to be catched by Tsutsui if he brings his pace together here for the final lap. Dani Tsutsui might have a shot here to even get the second podium position.
Indeed, John Marcucci is just settling back now into the ribbon to try and minimize mistakes, but that's allowing Livingston to come up very quickly. Ismail Stopper falling back, very much wide. A little bit of dirty for Dani Tsutsui, I think. After running so far in the cleaner, that's almost a 4-wheel drift entry into that chicane. Just very much just on the brakes, turn the car in, straighten it up, let the drift carry the car through the corner.
Yes, look to me, locking the rears a little from Dani Tsutsui. It's on a very aggressive setup here, very oversteamy. Brake balance for more.
And
there's a bit of flag from Stopper, and Dani Tsutsui goes into the back. Probably gets a bit of damage, and that's not what he wants with a setup like this. More front damage. Loses him more time than he wants, and Stopper's sad lag issue there gave Dani Tsutsui a bit of a scare, he believed, not wanting to go for a move towards turn 1, and this might be the hopes over for a good second place position for Dani Tsutsui. The longer he stays here, 2 more laps remaining in this race, and Dani Tsutsui doesn't look to me he gets past Stopper here through anymore.
No, he's still 2 tenths behind. He's not going to attempt to move down into Degnes. It might be a little bit too risky. Let's hope he didn't get too much front wing damage there. That's going to certainly hamper him. This is a very front wing downforce dependent circuit, especially through corners such as the 130R, such as the 200R, and the every other car, every other corner. Even Spooge is very much front downforce dependent. It's still quite relatively fast.
Dani Tsutsui, even in the hairpin, we saw that he is fast through here, doesn't get a shot through there. Stopper is managing to keep him at bay, and that's interesting to see, as not only if you have the downhand on pace being the car ahead, just keeping the car behind on bay is enough to be ahead, and it looks to me Dani Tsutsui is struggling to find a way through there. Stopper again, I believe, through Spruce every time on the exit. I see him doing it in qualifying and doing it in the first race. He defends that inside line there, but I believe we have 2 more laps, but it's not quite, as Merlo is going through the chicanes here. So 1 more lap, 1 final lap, and Dani Tsutsui is not quite where he wants. Stopper goes wide.
Daniel Tsutsui very much almost had a look around the outside of the final part of the chicane. He's gonna get massive slipstream. He's gonna go pull out as soon as he can. He doesn't want to repeat of what happened on the last lap. Going side by side into turn 1. He's already got a car ahead. Isman Stopper will have to concede. Oh, he launched one down the inside. Oh, he was looking for it, but Daniel Tsutsui much late on the brakes. That red wing front damage that he certainly has from that contact, not helping him in that turn 1.
He had to catch a car going off the track, and now he's back into P5, but still a little bit tries to make it side by side, but that nose is not enough.
Hang on, we have a battle for first place. John Marcucci somehow managed to catch up to Mirko Merlo, who must have had a little bit of an incident.
Yeah, Mirko Merlo has an issue, I believe, also through turn 1. I think I just saw it in the corner of my eyes. I thought that was a bad marker. No, it was Mirko Merlo, and now John Marcucci, the Italian driver, Italian battle 1-2. Which Italian will come out at top here? Mirko versus Marcucci. I'm an Italian myself, so I'm quite happy to see two Italians battling here for the first place in the final lap. So we might see something that might battle the Ford Legends cars as Stopper. Isman Stopper goes wide. Then into 3 goes for the inside and gets the position done. Livingston also catching for that battle. We might not even have an Italian who can win this race, and Stopper behind, but is he gonna give out yet? I don't think he will. Looking for that inside on Spoons, and he makes it side by side. Pushes steady to do build off. Still side by side on the second part of Spoons, who will get the greater one contact between the two, and still side by side.
I don't know who to spectate, whether I want to spectate Mirko Merlo or I want to spectate this battle, but I think the battle up front might not be decided unless Mirko Merlo makes a mistake or Marcucci launches a dive into the chicane. But this is going to be the most wheel-banging action that we will see. Daniel Tsutsui has the inside. Can he outbrake Stopper? In fact, he can. Stopper has to cut the chicane. He will have to concede the place to Daniel Tsutsui. He might even have to concede place to Ike Marve, who is quickly approaching. But it's Mirko Merlo, closely followed by John Marcucci, with Max Livingston right behind. Daniel Tsutsui, by his skin and teeth, takes back 4th from Isbrand Stupa, who was fighting tooth and nail for that. Ike Marve was almost beneficiary of that battle in 6th place. Aaron Mulfetova, after that lap 1 collision, recovers to 7th place. Marquez in P8, Letelier takes P9. Suzuka Shark finishes where they started in P10. Martin Oliveira in P11. Antoine Robb P12. Hopkins in P13. And Jan Temka finishes P14. Anno comes home in P15 with Dirk in P16.
I gotta say, that was the most spectacular open wheeler end I've ever seen. The Formula Legends might have a competitor here for the incredible battle. And wow, Merlo's mistake had us on our toes for the final lap. But then the battle between Tsutsui and Stopper said that it had to end with Stopper having to cut the corner and giving back the position. That was incredible work. Sad to see that it had to end with a position giving instead of a fight to the line. But wait, hold on! Dirk might have a move here to Anno on the outside to the line, and did he get it?
No, Anno just kept it. Anno just kept it by 0.068 seconds. A drag to the line, and unfortunately Dirk just loses out to Anno for the final P15th position. But what a race have every single one of these guys put, and wow. We have a lot to look forward to for the final GT500 race, that will get on the way as soon as possible.
I was not expecting that between Anna and Dirk. That came out of nowhere, and I just saw the name switching as well, crossing the line. Just about. Anna got it by a few hundreds, even thousands, I believe that was. And oh my god, that was incredible. A hair between those drivers. Beautifully done by them. And now a bit of a break, and going for a quick drinking break as well, as that has already put me out of power. But now we will I believe be joined by every commentator, so that's going to be even chaos in the commentary booth.
Indeed, we will have to get everyone in the commentary booth, so hopefully let's get Ven in the commentary booth as well. Join for commentary party for the last race.
We'll be gone for 2 seconds to get something to drink, and we will all be back for the final race.
I certainly gonna need that race as well. And the server is starting for the Let's Pro Racing in just a few moments. So in the meantime, I will certainly try and get you guys another video that you guys can watch celebrating the Special Effects charity. So let me just prepare that for you while I have my own break that I certainly do need for, because my throat needs a little bit of a break. So let me just do this and enjoy the presentation from our beneficiary Special Effect. Now, for the final race, the server is live. We are going back in, so we will be straight back in. I know we're not audio because I just got back. I just got back from my break. Really needed a quick one. So, for the final event, because we have to go out with a massive amount of fun, I have the pleasure to invite every single commentator that has come today and a intruder. We have Luca, we have Dave, and we have Ven. Unfortunately, Phonexia will not be able to join us due to other commitments, but please bring a warm welcome to all of our commentators, plus Daniel Tsutsui, the organizer of Cyanide and IndyCar.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be absolute chaos here. We're already cramped in a little shelter here, this Marshall post. Running on diesel fuel.
No air conditioning. Why have I been dragged here?
Well,
Essentially.
well,
Anyway, Matt, make sure you fix the monitor because we're gonna have 4 people watching the monitor, not 1.
Oh, bloody hell.
This is gonna be incredible.
The monitor's only like a 10-inch CRT.
It's a 4x3 as well, guys, just so you know.
Yeah, it's a 4x3 as well.
Did you not have a budget for an ultra wide?
No, all of our budget went for the intro and the graphics.
Anyways, it's great that we're all here today, and we are very much in the culmination of this beautiful event that we hosted today. So much fun, so much passion. There were things that went wrong, but there was some amazing racing today. People really seemed to enjoy it. But regardless of that, I think it's amazing that we're here again. All of us together at once, celebrating the fact that we beat the goal that we started at the start of the stream. We were way beyond exceeded our expectations in terms of that. So I just want to thank everybody who donated, everybody who shared the stream, everybody who was involved in general in this event and watching and participating. I can't put it into words how fun this has been. And yeah, it's just great to be here in the final race here, a 45-minute endurance race pretty much.
Basically, it will be a 45-minute endurance race, 24 laps. 24 laps. Mandatory pistol between the second and the 22nd lap. So we will see what the drivers do with that.
And also, obviously, with the donation goal, it's still possible to go above and beyond. We're already 70 pounds above, but obviously doesn't mean that any donations are not welcome anymore. Some more will still be welcome, and with a warm welcome as well. So, still beautiful that we're already 70 pounds above.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly give a server restart to let drivers come in because they're still coming in. I do realize that it's been very quick between the last session and this session. So once all the drivers load in, then we will be able to skip session. So don't worry. Once I know most of the drivers are loading in, because there's still a few drivers loading in. Don't worry. So if anyone
anyway,
drivers,
since we're all here, I have a question for everybody. Yes, if all of you have been watching the stream, what has been your favorite moment overall today? In terms of racing, something that happened behind the scenes that we can share, anything like that in general?
well, it's pretty much. But to be honest, before we do that, have you guys checked the admin chat with the order of the lights when they go out?
I have checked that, yes.
Right, so
I have checked that also, yes.
So
yes, I've just seen that.
Okay, so we have Luca first light, and then we have me on the second, then on the third, Danny on the fourth, and we have Dave on the fifth light, and we all say sick light.
Somebody will screw it up, but it's a part of the course,
I like
After
how
all-
I'm last out of all
After
of
all, this is Danny you're listening to right now, essentially. So
This is more going to be a podcast than a commentary here.
Yeah, this is going to be.
yeah, how's life, guys? Like,
Yeah,
how's
well,
life?
Oh,
I can provide the karaoke. We can do our little Le Mans moments.
Yay, let's play some music here. Let's do some Macarena while the race is happening. Spanish, Le Mans style. Yay.
This is going to be real grave hours at the end of this stream.
We have lost the plot.
We have completely
I mean,
lost the plot.
we've been live for, I think, because the stream has crashed multiple times, which I apologize
10
for,
hours.
but I think overall it's 10 hours that we've been live, I think. So,
We'll send a strongly worded letter to Streamlabs.
And I gotta say, near the end, I've also lost my mind, so...
So we have.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Let me quickly do
hope
Let me do a
somebody clip
calculation. So we had
I hope somebody clipped that, by the way.
6:15 from the first two. Then we had 2.5, so that's 8:45, and now 33 minutes. Now 33 minutes have gone, so we've been live for about 9 hours. So about 9 hours we've been going on for.
Thank you, Nikki.
Yeah, very much so.
Honestly, we are approaching 10 hours of us actually going live if we're going by the timetabling.
Damn.
So we've all been running for a long time. We have the final race, which will be happening very shortly. After this free practice, there's the 5-minute wait. It's just a quick 90-second countdown, so we shouldn't wait too long.
Well, that's gonna be interesting. With even if we have a light order, who will do the race start? As everyone might want to jump in, and then we just have five people jumping in.
I think we let Matt have the honor, as he is the one who inspired this event. He's hosting this event.
Yeah, he deserves
So I
it.
think we can give him the honors. And
The honors of ragging my throat out even
the
more.
big crash in warm up. I wonder if he's gonna. He literally just did a Logan surgery, crashed in the warm up.
We say 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, I think. That's what we do. For first, second, third, it's going to be a bit long.
I think we just say whatever we want.
We're just gonna go 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 3 light.
1 second, 3 fourth.
Yeah, it's just going to be 1 light, 3, 2, 4, 6.
Yeah, I think there's also some delay. So 1 light, 5 light, 2 light. What? It's lights out. No, it's 4 lights. What?
It's gonna say 6 lights at the first light.
Someone just jumps in and says 7th light. Where's the 7th? What?
The 7th light has been
The 7th is the red flag in the race.
Yeah.
Right, so-
It's not seeing tweeted, that's not my problem anymore.
Yeah, it's not your problem anymore. Not your server, not your problem.
Exactly.
Oh,
But
boy,
anyways, can I also just be a little bit more serious for a second before we actually do the proper race start? I just want to thank again Matthias for literally just randomly DMing all of these communities, just saying, hey dude, let's do this, you know, let's host an event together. We've been meaning to host an event for so long now. Let's do it. We all got together. He organized all of us, set everything up. And I say he set everything up, of course,
Yeah.
but we all helped.
Yeah, everyone helped. There's been a lot of contributions from us. I think one of the biggest contributions has been the spreadsheets from Paschetti to help us actually set the servers up very quickly.
For sure, he's a legend for that, honestly.
Yeah.
As one of the main organizers, he's definitely a legend for doing the spreadsheet. It would have taken so much more time to go through the entire document and selecting the name, selecting the Steam ID and everything. With the spreadsheet, I can't thank him enough for how much it helped us.
And it has been such an
Why am I
amazing
seeing David Cook on the timetable?
because David Cook also has slots on here, as do every single one of you, to be able to spectate without me having to share a CRT monitor. David brought his own CRT monitor.
he's gonna have everything live on screen. He's just gonna follow the race. He's gonna race behind everyone.
Yeah. And also, we cannot forget a massive shout out to Victor for giving such amazing graphics that you have been seeing. The pre-race poster, that's been phenomenal. The race graphics that you're seeing here have been phenomenal, and the timetable graphic, amazing. So big massive shout out to Victor, who has been our art. Even the logo he designed, so massive shout out to Victor. Even though we at some point just jumped in, maybe try this color, maybe try this color, maybe try this color for background, white line, no line, white line, no line.
I think we also give a shout out. I would like to give a shout out to also the drivers today, because the driving standards today have been really good. We haven't had one. I want to say we haven't had one proper bad incident happen today. I really do believe that.
I think you have
At least
missed
from what
one
I've
there.
seen.
Oh yeah, also can't forget about Ika's contribution with the intro. That is, it always makes a good banger intro. I know you wanted to do it, Danny, but your computer said no.
Yeah, it's really the same.
Computer says no.
And quite, I don't know, a mixture of embarrassment and annoyance from my side, because I really wanted to do it. I really had an image inside my head, but yeah, I had to contact Iker at last minute. Actually, I contacted him like a couple of days before the event, and he did it really quick. So yeah.
Wait, what was the order
Thank you
again?
from-
For the lights?
No.
So
This is going so well.
so who's going first? Oh yeah, Lucas first light, I'm
Oh,
second
yeah.
light, Ven is third light, Danny is fourth, and Dave is fifth light, and then we all say sixth light.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm fifth light.
You're five
So
lights. Yeah.
basically,
Just pull it up. Just
to
pull it.
also
Get your
answer
phone out.
Saidu's question, we just for your number, just say 1, then 2, then 3, and then we all say 6 lights.
It'll be
There
funny.
you go.
It'll be funny.
Oh,
It'll
so
be funny
not,
if we
not
trip over
even,
each
just
other.
say numbers.
That's
different
boring.
event.
No numbers,
That's
just say
boring.
light. A light. Light.
Light.
Yeah,
Six.
light.
6.
Light, 6.
Just kidding.
Wait, can we actually do that?
Yeah, let's
do
go.
That. That sounds way
Yeah.
more fun than
Yeah,
one,
let's go.
2, 3
So
light.
it's look at me, then Danny, and then Dave,
Oh,
and then we
Why
say
is it
6.
20 Wait, why is it?
Yeah.
Hang on, it's 23 laps plus 1 lap.
No, it's
Uh,
not.
What? Why is the plus
Shut
1
up.
lap?
I don't know. It says 24 laps, so good question. It's set up
It
correct.
doesn't say it on my one.
I don't know. It don't matter. It's fine. Whatever.
Thank you, Van.
We couldn't have put 24. We had to put
Yeah.
23 plus 1.
24 is bad vibes.
We messed up. Just run with it. Who cares?
I think people have
Alright,
picked
I've
up the
got to
stream
watch
by
this
now,
shit
you would
'cause none of you
assume.
plebs are in here.
So how we doing this now? Lights? Are we saying
Oh,
light
for
or we
fuck's
saying
sake.
So we're
number?
saying light. So we say
Oh, we say lights.
Lights. 6. There
yeah.
you go.
So light,
Okay.
light, and then after Dave goes light, then we all say 6.
Oh, absolutely. That sounds
Are we
epic.
doing that for real now, or?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Luke is going first. I'm going second. Van is going third. Danny fourth, and then Dave.
I hope this gets
uh,
clipped.
And then Dave is going fifth.
We've been
needs to get
talking. I can't believe that. Like we've been talking about who's gonna say which light for 5 minutes. And the whole
Wait,
thing-
it's
Wait, it's happening. Wait. Everyone quiet. Wait for your signal.
Light.
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 6.
6.
We messed up.
Away we go.
Go!
And
My
Mirko
God.
Melo gets a fantastic start. Martin Oliveira right behind him. We have one driver missing. I think leave that was Juan Grandmaster. Was the spot missing. So SpecialEffect has a clear sign. No one attacking him. Max Livingston right behind him. Martin Oliveira gets a great getaway. Jan Temka already trying to make as many moves as possible. Gets away Ike Marve on the receiving. And I believe that's Mateusz Breitmeier. No, that's Anno Arinkas falling down slightly. Maybe a little bit gained from the start. There's a spin at the front. That's Ike Marve who got a little bit overzealous through the S's. Spins out. And it's now, ooh, we have a spinner from Anno. Anno going back to his old. Every single time Anno starts, there's something happening to him. Because there's no second race, he had to do it on the start.
He's my teammate tomorrow. How am I supposed to rely on him? Oh, how dare he make a mistake? Oh, what's he doing? Anyway,
Oh, that was
is
great commentary.
really-
Anyway, I am sure Jan Temkla, the Pivo powered car, is P7 chasing Andy Park from Chile, and he is closing down pretty rapidly as the Hopkins has seemingly made a mistake, and the fan is powering on the Pivo of Jan Temkla, and he is charging. He's going to make a move into Spoon. Let's see. Nope, he's going to stay behind for now, but we're going to see how the fight will develop over the course of the next few laps. And I really wonder when the drivers are going to start taking a pit stop as well, because
Ooh,
there's
that's
the
a great Maya.
He's gone to a shadow round.
I think that's Mateusz Breitmeier with a little bit of an internet connection. He is back right here. Not sure what that's going on. We have a big red spike from Andy Park there. Hopefully that connection will stay stable with Hopkins right on the back of him. 2 tenths behind Jan Temka as well. And he careens into the back of Andy Park. Andy Park has to cut the chicane just to avoid the collision. But Hopkins losing out to Jan Temka as a result.
Andy Park has gone straight on, and he might have to give that position back, even as I think he's gained about a second from that incident. But now we have a freeway battle for second, I believe. It's not third. As Mirko, no second, Mirko up ahead.
Contact!
Livingston goes way too hard, and then contact Sasha. That yellow, even sideways even. But that's Jan Temka getting both positions and going up to P4. Mirko Medler jumps away, and Andy Park with the cut off the final chicane. There's now up into P3. But also behind, Jan Temka is right on the back of the Andy Park. And there's Mateo is having issues. Livingston now side by side with him through turn 7. Is he going to get the position done? It looks to be that he got clear. And another car, that's Badavid, also getting low because of the lag. He's being collected and Sasha is completely off.
Through the barrier.
He's literally
Bulldozer,
just...
there's not safe rejoin from earlier here. Oh my word, Diesel gets back past, but Max Livingston earlier on went airborne.
People, Jan Temkla is unfortunately gonna just pass by Andy Park into the hairpin now, and they're side by side heading into Spoon now. It's all about bravery now. Who is gonna show more courage heading to zone at the inside? Jan Temkla outside. Let's see. They give each other a thumb.
Oh my days, that was
Very
incredible through Spoon's there. Andy Park has a bit of understeer and clips the rear end of Jan Temka, but Jan Temka beautifully collects his car back and runs away now. Podium position. Incredible start from him. But back, Hopkins doesn't quite let go yet. Those distance are going incredibly fast during this race conditions now. And that Honda in the back, I believe that is the Lexus and Honda following them. And that's going to be incredible. It's now the Nissans are going to have to defend from 2 other manufacturers. We heard that the Nissan is like the most consistent, but has the biggest issues as well.
I would say Lexus is definitely the most handful to drive.
I would say Nissan is the coolest because of the fans.
The leading battle is actually down to 1 second. So Merlo has caught Oliveira there, and Oliveira on the softer compound of tyres. There is a tyre strategy going on as well. So a lot of people, most runners starting on the medium, and a few have gone onto the softs. Your leader, Oliveira, one of the 4 drivers to do so. Kral has already made a pit stop. Not quite sure what tyre that's going to be. We'll find out once he exits. But at the moment, Merlo's starting to catch the leader, but made a mistake through the Degners there.
Oh, Andy Park makes a mistake through the Degners, going off to the ground. Max Livingston capitalizes on that and almost getting Hopkins almost making way. Ike Marvin out side by side with Hopkins.
Yeah,
they're around the outside of the hairpin. Ike Maravin nearly on the grass on the braking zone. It's now side by side with the polyphonic car.
Position. He's trying to brute his way through.
Incredible work there.
And Hopkins tries to make a move back. There's battling up ahead. There's contact between Max Livingston and Andy Park.
Oh. The British driver has just taken out the Chile driver. And the Spanish has taken out the German, allegedly.
Max Livingston took another visit to his alien overlords, which is why the contact happened in the first place. So now Bremeyer is up into 7th, Hopkins down to 8th. And at the moment, Andy Park is just saying, well, he's just having his own race, really. He's not getting involved in too much at the moment. And, well, this stage of the race,
Martin
anyway.
Oliveira in front says the fastest lap.
Indeed, he does, but Merlo is still doing second. But Max Livingston has had another moment at Casio Triangle there. Oh, and he's collected with Hopkins.
Contact. The German and Englishman have made contact. Clearly, the German still is pissed about something against the Englishman, and that's why maybe they make contact.
So after that weird tangent, Andy Park decides to go into the pits for a quick pit stop, and I think that might be a very quick 1 liter refuel just to get back out on track. That's probably what the medium strategy is, just a quick 1 liter refuel as we see Bruce Silva up in the walls.
Weird place there. How did you spin it there? I believe that's caught. There's another cut. That's Max again going off. Livingston issues with his Lexus. Yeah, I believe that is running off.
His Lexus because we pushed around left, right, and center. You almost feel bad for the British driver there.
Indeed.
As we switch now to the lead battle here between Marco Merlo, the Italian, and Martin Oliveira, the Portuguese driver in front. This is going to be very just at the point. The people Polish driver Jan Tepklik has made a mistake coming out of the hairpin, which is very, very unfortunate. He's going to get tagged by Breitemeyer behind the fellow. He's a compatriot Polishman. Let's see if they're going to work together or are they going to fight with each other. Breitemeyer takes it to the inside. No, he does not. He doesn't have enough momentum.
Doesn't have, but he's gonna have the slipstream down the back straight into 130R for. Actually, he gets a much worse exit than Jan Temka. There's look at the legs on that Nissan.
He needs to be careful that the alien overlords doesn't come back and tell him to take him out, as we know that this green car here is having issues. Arno is off. Arinkas out of the hairpin. Might have taken too much curb or maybe too aggressive on the exit and it's off, but Mirko Mello catching too. Martin Oliveira, and that's gonna be interesting to see the 2 Lexus and Honda, the 2 Japanese, actually all 3 are Japanese, but believe the Lexus is more of a different car here. We're gonna have to see how he handles this mostly. We know the Honda has a few more issues with the oversteer, but the Lexus has the opposite and understeer, so we're gonna see which of these drivers gets the better drive here. Italian versus Portuguese. Who gets the run here through the hairpin?
And it does look like
Martin Oliveira again.
Well,
I want to hear you say that again.
Digressive, we got Mirko Melo just within half a second of Martin Oliveira. 410's gonna get the slipstream, has the much better drive out of the hairpin. Look at that gap go down, 3/10 of a second now, almost under 2/10. What will it be coming out of Spoons and down onto the back straight as Oliveira runs very much wide. Can he get a better exit? That Lexus is very unstable on the rear. At least that's what we saw with Juan Gramash whenever we were spectating him through qualifying. But it does seem to me like Oliveira is able to keep that place just for this lap, well, at least for this lap more.
Yep, and it looks like this is going to be a very, very interesting race. Now I want to ask you guys, what do you think who do you think out of these two is first going to make the pit stop? Is it going to be, do you think that perhaps Oliveira is going to come in first and Merlo will cover him, or do you think Merlo might go for the undercut?
Do you know what? I think Oliveira will be the first to come in because he's on soft tires. Merlo is looking for that medium to last the entire race and just put 1 liter of fuel.
That is a good
actually
point
do
to make.
agree with Matt there, because Oliveira, as Matt has already said, softer compounded tyres, so he will need to do a full-on tyre change, and Merlo obviously on those mediums, so he can afford just a 1 litre fuel stop and go to the end. But if Oliveira is to make this work, I would say make the change onto a soft set of tyres and try and do the tyre offset potentially and have fresher tyres towards the end. If he can make that work, though, I don't know what the strategy is going to look like there.
Indeed, as
Yeah,
we
very
said.
much so.
Downside here, being behind, he's overheating his tires, he's sliding everywhere. So if this keeps on going, those medium tires will not be up to the race even afterwards. If he doesn't manage to get past it, those tires will be shot before the end, and he might also have to go for a tire change. But it looks to me the mediums look to be faster. He's done his fastest lap, 1:44.7, while the soft tires of the Lexus ahead to the 1:45.0. So the medium tires might also be the better choice here.
Certainly for much longer running, we do say that softer is faster, but they overheat much more than mediums. Then that advantage is lost as we see diesel out in the walls again. I believe that is coming out of the Suzuka SS. In fact, it is just coming out of the Suzuka SS. Has Diesel made a pit stop? Not yet. I don't believe so. I do know that Andy Park is the highest running driver who has done their pit stop.
Yeah, Max Silverstone also just done their pit stop as well, so they're down in 14th as Andy Park goes very wide there, and we cut to the battle for the lead almost instantly, and here we go, the closest Merlot's ever been. He's got the slipstream, but not quite got enough to get round him at turn number 1, so he'll have to wait again, slotting behind, and again, that's more time in the dirty air. It was mentioned earlier on, you know, the more time you're in that dirty air, the more the tyres overheat, so that rubber will be wearing off corner by corner, lap by lap. So Merlot's just got to be a little careful here.
Indeed, and Oliveira has to keep Merlo behind if he has hopes. He needs to make sure that he can get to the distance where he needs to pit. He needs to get at least to lap 12 to be able to pit for softs, to have tyres at the end. If he pits now, he will have to pit for mediums.
Yep, like you mentioned, I think the strategy is going to be pretty key here today. As we have Marco Merlo now chasing behind Martin Oliveira. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, Marcos tries to set it down inside, pressuring him. Becomes Martin to a mistake, but he does not falter. Javier has faltered, unfortunately, looks like. And Pan Hadrade has also faltered, it looks like, from the live timings. But regardless of that, they're heading into Spoon now, and into the 130 hours. Okay, that was the last show moment in terms of the camera direction. But anyway, is Marco Merlo chasing Martin Oliveira. This is going to be very exciting to 130 yard. Are we going to see him moving to 130 yard? I don't think we're going to see it, but maybe to the chicane. Martin Oliveira, Marco Merlo now on board with him. Let's see if he's going to consider a move. A very harsh move, but Martin a little bit wide there. That track limits, that's a 5-second time penalty. Jokes aside, not really. And Martin Oliveira has seemingly defended really well, and a very good exit from him to get away from Marco Merlo.
Maybe a good exit.
Through Spoons there, through 130 gave Martin Oliveira a bit of a run, a better run through the chicane, but also the got a bit of better corner there. So he's got more curb. And now towards turn 1 and 2, the Lexus versus Honda. The Lexus looks to be just a bit more struggling through the first part of the track, but then gets the upper hand through the second part of the track. Even the third sector is where the Lexus
There's a spin from Mirko Merlo.
Mirko has pushed it too hard and overheated the race and is off onto the gravel.
He's gonna...
no.
And again, he spun it into the ground, pushing it a little bit too much. That's a disaster for Mirko Merlo.
He's already dead! He's already dead!
And look, we
And
see
there
the
you
background
go.
Jan Temka approaching very quickly, so
People!
Those
Mr.
big tires are
Ken!
not healthy.
something
This
must
is
have happened.
exactly what's been said.
Yeah,
Exactly,
definitely.
and I think, and there go
Oh.
Jan Temka up into second place, and oh no, Merlo dropping like a stone to water from second, being under a second away, as we are seeing now move from Letelier, trying to go through the deckers, but that wasn't successful. Oh, bit of a snappy rear end there. Brett Meyer holding on to third for now, what became third, thanks to Merlo's errors. Merlo now just needs to watch it because those tyres, as Luca said, oh, Donna, look at him. You can see him
I
struggling
know in
with
the
that rear
pits.
end
I
of the
know in the
exit.
pits. I know the
Ah.
fan favorite in the pits.
Anno in the pits, indeed, as Ben has said. But yes, though, but as Luca said, Merlo's tyres completely done.
Indeed,
Yeah,
those.
very much so. They are 50 ped tires. 50 ped tires, as I think the British say. But anyway, Sasha Lettermeier is now chasing behind Brettermeier. The German versus the French. You know,
It's-
very,
Never
very
ends
interesting
well.
fight in history and on the racetrack. Michael Schumacher versus Alan Prost. Esteban Ocon versus Nico Hulkenberg. Oh, that's Polish.
As I was about to say, Van completely failing. What's the
I was
year
gonna
one?
say, Ben, we're not
Geography.
Kirk.
Ocon.
Van living in the world of Hearts of Iron once again.
He has gone to
Oh.
Victoria 2.
Indeed.
And now we see the freeway battle.
And it's
cars
Mello
in
in the pits.
system.
Mello's in the pits.
Yeah, those rear tires did not, and I think the mediums were smart, but the way he has been treating them was not the smart way, and it just dropped down. I believe he just, with a slide, had the first mistake, but then tried to regain it too fast and cooked those rear tires to the point to no return. And now I believe if he wants, he has to go back to the mediums, because I don't think the softs, the way he drives, will survive the entirety of the race. But also,
Oh, big
because
slide for
cars
Andy
is
Park.
very rear end heavy, as Andy Parker does a mistake through turn 7.
He hit the curb there and that offset, and hopefully my mic sounds better, and I hope that the stream will enjoy it. But regardless of that, Sasha Lettermeier now is Polish, so Robert Kubica versus Alan Prost.
Oh, Marius
missing-
Bretmeyer makes a mistake.
Kubica postponed it! Bretmeyer with a mistake, unfortunately.
Oh, that's gonna rob us of a battle for that P3, but we're gonna have to satiate ourselves for the battle for that 4th place that is happening between Hopkins, Ika, and Andy Park. And we also have a
I'm
battle
not
for
sure.
11th.
I'm not sure how the fight is developing in terms of pit stops. Has anybody pitted out of those guys?
Andy Park has done a pit stop as well, so they are in the best position currently to inherit anybody else, lead from anybody else. I believe they've only gone for the few, so it will be interesting to see if they can take those mediums to the end.
With Andy Park's strategy, he might be up onto Hopkins' 4th place, and seeing that Hopkins is lonely on track, more is not possible for Andy Park, but Andy Park's strategy is very aggressive. With that early pit stop, I believe it was also due to a slight mistake on the overheating tires. But if Andy Park brings it and has no dirty air for a bit, he might have a chance to nurse those tires to the end, as we're 13 laps till the end. Those are about a 20-minute race, and we know that these cars are meant for longer racing, and the mod here shows us that the tires can be held, but with setup work, you might be very aggressive and working more of a setup for sprint racing, which obviously this event here is not quite meant for sprint racing, and more of a mini endurance, a bit longer than a sprint. So gonna have to see who has managed to bring the correct balance from tire to fuel to pace.
Indeed, it certainly seems to be Ika Marva setting themselves nicely, and Oliveira settling in extremely good position, 18 seconds ahead of Jan Temka. He could pit very easily now, as I believe there's a switch of position between Jan Temka and Sasha. Not that is just a little bit of a timing error, I believe.
Irande also has made a mistake, unfortunately. I can see from the live timings, but sorry to take the word away from you.
That's perfectly fine. We see Ika Marva just 3 turns behind Hopkins, and we have yet to see somebody make a lunge on these. These cars have ABS. They are extremely good on the brakes with so much downforce. It's quite hard to make a move in the corner with such short. Oh, as Hopkins makes a big tail wiggle, that's going to allow Ika Marva side by side into 130R.
It indeed is, and now we are going to see 2005 Formula 1 repeated all over again, but it's Hopkins with the straight line speed there. The Nissan just pulling with that straight line speed. It is amazing there how it just was able to even give itself a cushion just on that back stretch coming through to Casio Triangle there. And now, yet again, it's pretty much as it was before that mistake. Oh, and there's someone in the pits.
Ikamava goes into the pits, but I think it could be down to the gearing. Some drivers may have gone for a bit more top speed. Hopkins may have gone for acceleration and just judged his gearing perfectly for that back straight.
So now it's mediums versus mediums. Andy Park versus Hopkins. Andy on a few fresher tires, but obviously being the attacking car. We saw before attacking cars have the downside of heating. So Andy needs to find a way, maybe alternative lines through here if he wants to stay with those tires up there. But also if he wants to catch the Hopkins, he needs to find a way soon. Hopkins needs to also find a way to defend from him. He has every advantage right now, Hopkins ahead. He can predict what the driver behind can do, or will do. He can also place his car perfectly where he wants. And Andy Park needs to find this opening, which on this Suzuka track is a bit difficult. But obviously I've been proven wrong a few times already today. And Andy Park might show us again what can be done with those cars.
Indeed, and it does seem like the battle for first place. Oliveira will have to pin very soon. His tires are losing ground. He's losing half a second to a second on Jan Temka per lap with those short tires. He needs to last one more lap, and he will most likely pit on as the lap 13 comes around.
Diesel has made an error. It was just through the anti-back curb, just coming into Dunlop. He has been relegated from 9th down to 12th, and he's just lost it again.
What a pirouette. 5 out of 10.
I know. Well, 10 out of 10 for the pirouette, but 0 out of 10 for his race performance. Now we've got Silva, Bruce Silva, coming through, the Brazilian driver, and that is really sad for
Clearly
She-
improved it to gold.
And she's not doing quite well at the moment.
Being lapped.
My
here
apologies
too
to
now.
D. It's actually a shame. I do apologize.
As we move back to the
You don't
battle
need
for
to
fourth place.
apologize, as this action is hotting up right now. As I'm gonna take the word for a little bit to rest you guys' voices, because this is a really spicy fight that I really am looking forward to live timings, checking live timings and seeing if how the drivers are developing this fight. And Andy Park it is pressuring Hopkins. Hopkins cannot rest realistically at this point. He has to be very mindful that he has a driver behind him. He can't just cruise around and hope for the best. He has to push, go full power, and hopefully that will result in the end of a P4 finish for him, or even more. So it's 12 seconds from Sasha Letamai to Anthony Hopkins for the last podium position. So it's gonna be very interesting to see if we're gonna see any changes in the top 3 in this race of Super GT 500 2013 edition.
Indeed, and we will definitely see some, as we would know that Hopkins, everyone ahead of Andy Park needs to pit as well, as Oliveira makes a mistake and is off. He's off, coming out of the
The
Suzuka.
leader has made a mistake. What a bottle job, you have to say, from them.
As we see that lapping Aaron Cass right behind, we have, let's see
It feels
how,
like I'm watching Spurs.
we have Jan Temka now making up 6 seconds on Martin Oliveira. And this comment was sponsored by Tottenham and Leclerc.
We've lost it.
To be fair, the Spurs did win 4-0 today, so we can't talk too much rubbish.
It was just Everton.
Oh,
Shut
as
up.
Hopkins makes the pits now, and Andy Park is released into some fresh air. It's definitely looking for very good for the dog box representative to finish in top 3, as Letelier still needs to pit, and you will lose about 20 to 25 seconds in the pits.
Yeah,
It's
but
on
he is
Hopkins.
gonna be pushing out of that pit lane.
It's on
And
Hopkins how much he
providing-
loses to Andy
And
Park.
providing Martin Oliveira is still wearing the Spurs kit, he might be on for the race victory.
So now it depends on Hopkins how much he loses to Andy Park. That will be a kind of a window on how much Letelier and Jan Temka as well will lose to Andy Park, and this might be a chance for Andy even to get here as far as up as possible. 10 laps to go, and Andy didn't show any tire wear issues so far. But we know that these tires can fall from one lap to another depending on how aggressive you drive. But Andy, now with the clean air, has all the shots, all the opportunities to get a high position, or even, dare I say, the race win.
It's very much
Yeah,
on the
very
table.
much so.
There
Right
is,
now, Bretta Meyer is Manchester United. In the midfield, but can climb up to the top very easily.
Indeed, Martin Oliveira was at 152. He's actually losing a lot this time, and it is in fact Oliveira in the pit lane. So we will see where he comes out once he's done his pit stop. So in the pit lane for 5 seconds, that's that's Ano Arinkas unlapping himself. Ano Arinkas already been in the pits, so we will see what he does. That's
This
Martin
is
Oliveira.
crucial.
Jan Temka has gone
Jan
by.
Temkla has taken the lead. This is like Liverpool taking the lead, but then Manchester City comes through and wins the title regardless.
I'm not sure how many of our drivers are into football. Such a little year comes in for the pits as well. So Oliveira comes back out. Where is Andy Park? Andy Park is just coming down the start-finish track, going across, and that is Oliveira just making his way around the turn number 1. So the battle for first place is on.
Andy
Well,
Park right now are Aston Villa, the underdog who we didn't expect to see in the top positions here, but he is certainly pushing on for the top 3 and Champions League football.
I will give you £5 for
Van
anyone
has
in the
missed
US to
board.
name where Aston Villa comes from.
I think Van has is look at the wrong screen here. We are looking at racing, but I think Van is right now looking at the Champions League. But Oliveira now needs the time to warm up the tires. Andy Park still has a bit more shot, as obviously those tires need a bit to get up to window, but also Oliveira needs to get used to fresh rubber. And knowing these cars,
Oh,
no, Andy
Andy
Park
Park.
is a mistake. Out of
And
turn
he's
9.
just done his Spurs. They've been relegated to the Europa League.
Oh dear, as we all shake our heads in unison, let's switch back to Ike Marve, who's only 1.1 seconds behind Hopkins. The battle for 6th place is now on. All of these drivers, except for Jan Temka, except for Arno, except for Jack Smart, have already completed their pit stops. This is the battlefield as it is right now. Let's just move on a little bit off like then. With a big
Jesus.
mistake, losing massively to Hopkins. Hopkins still retains that 6th place.
I just want to say as well, Martin Oliveira actually went back onto the softer compound of tyres. Now, I don't believe Jan Temka has done their pit stop as it stands right now, so we're still waiting for that, I believe. Correct me if I am wrong, though. But Martin Oliveira, in the end, doing a double stop onto the softs, unless if those are the same set. I doubt it, though, because they are going to be very cooked at this stage of the race. But as Andy Park made the mistake as well, his, chase for the lead might already be all over. But as you said, it is now down to Ike Maraver at the moment being the closest on track. They are just approaching the lapped car, and that I believe
That's
is...
offside from Iker. That was offside from Iker, but it seems like he is gaining very much time as now we're seeing the defender in front of him as he goes past him very well, very beautifully. Now he's setting up the goal here. Is he gonna get the goal here? We're gonna see. As he is now dribbling into turn 1 and turn 2. Let's see how he keeps control of the ball. He does very good control of the ball. The defender in front has made a mistake. We need to keep up with him as Jan Temkla.
Jan Temka has lost the lead to Martin Oliveira. There must have been a mistake somewhere. He lost 11 seconds through sector 1. Now falling back.
I did tell you that Manchester City eventually win the league and Liverpool come in second. So there you go.
I don't know.
Jan Temka has lost it through turn 7 for our reference here. I saw that on the live timing. He's gone wide and has just probably hit the bump and spun off. And now Jan Temka needs to fight those tires too till the end of the lap. He hasn't pitted yet, but someone who's now going to feel those tires drop is Andy Park. As with that mistake, that's already a sign that those tires might not make it anymore.
Maybe no, but Andy Park is still always lapping in 1 second of the pace in 1:47. Martin Oliveira is running in 1:45, so it's going to take a lot to keep those tires towards the end. There is still 9 more laps remaining.
Iker Mahavir reminds me of West Ham. Consistently in the midfield, sometimes in the upper field, and I think
Okay,
he's
so Ben's
chasing.
watching Ted Lasso, I've got it.
Tennis.
He is.
Van is playing Football Manager. We're focusing on Summer Simracing Festival as Jan Temka finally quits it and pulls into the pits.
Yeah,
And as we can see, Liverpool have dropped down into 5th
my
position.
God.
They've dropped down to the Europa League, and they might drop down to the Conference League in P7 right now.
I'm not following football enough to understand what's happening in Ben's head, but here, right now, what I can see is that Jan Temka is just leaving the pit lane, so he will join into this battle here. Will he make it free? Side by side, towards turn 1, nearly, he came out of it, takes a bit of an outside line, manages to stay onto the asphalt, nearly goes onto the ground, but this time, grass, but this time it's going to be a freeway battle. Hopkins up ahead, I believe, has pitted. So he is also on fresh tires, but the freshest out of these is Jan Temka, and his temperatures need to rise as Maravir goes slightly sliding off, and Temka makes it side by side for turn 7, not quite a corner where you want it, goes for the down under, makes it side by side again towards turn 8. Is he gonna make it stick? And he does stick it before it happens.
What a great move from Jan Tepka. That's been a fantastic move from Jan Tepka, switching to go from up above to down under in a place we don't usually see that happen. So again, these drivers finding very creative ways to use the Suzuka circuit to their advantage. And let's see if Ike Marve has enough tire life to bring the fight back to the Polish driver.
Let's see if West Ham can dribble the ball into the box here. Let's see now as he head towards into
I
the
hate
spoon
how I'm
corner here.
understanding this, guys, just so you know.
I
live near
stopped-
Liverpool, right, so I understand this.
I stopped
okay?
following football about 5 years ago, and by God, I don't want to start following it now.
I have no
Anyways, West
choice.
Ham.
I live in a football city.
So do
West Ham.
I. I have 3 stadiums around me.
I live
I
like
have
a few, like 10 minutes from a stadium. Germany
West
here, I
Ham.
live like just close to the Frankfurt Stadium, so that I don't follow football is quite interesting.
I have the Stadium of Light, I have the Riverside Stadium, I have the St. James Park half an hour away from me, I have Hartlepool Stadium as well, so... No, thank you. Let's keep it to
got-
Formula 1.
We've got 7 laps to go.
Formula
Who wants
One.
to start the
Formula One.
karaoke?
I don't,
Oh, I jumped at the perfect time.
I don't think this is Formula 1.
Oh, that's a lap marker there, a lap back marker there, nearly dropping into Jan Temka, but Jan Temka's eyes are on Hopkins. With the overtake he's done on, I believe that was, I just forgot already, I think it was, wow, that was very far. I think that's Livingston that was before, but now Hopkins here catching.
Oh, Jan
no,
Temka
it's
goes off.
It was Malavia as well. I'm sorry, it was Malavia, but also Jan Temka is off onto the gravel. The thing that he's done
And
before.
Liverpool have dropped out of the European positions.
Incredible.
I'm gonna get a virtual pan in a minute.
All right.
Who has the mute
Jan
button ready,
Temka
boys?
Singing "I Will Survive" in that car. I imagine first they were afraid, then they were petrified, and then they came across the Dunlop corner and off wide they went, and no hero was found for Jan down in 7th. And
But
was
the
battling-
fans are still chanting, let's pretend we saw a goal. Where?
Sacha Letelier on the
Who has
back
the
of
mute
Andy
button
Pan,
ready?
making grounds head over heel to 1.3 seconds on that last lap. 45.7 from Sacha Letelier, 47.0 from Andy Park. Andy might be suffering a little bit too much with that early pit stops. Maybe could have gone for harder compound tires. We don't much know. It's 12 seconds of the lead. Oliveira can just cruise by setting the purple first sector on a 4-lap old tires. 45.1. The driver that is also on the move, Mirko Merlo, one of the only driver so far to dip down into 44. So with a personal best final sector, he is currently trying 1 second faster than Sacha Letelier ahead. So we will be seeing the fight for the podium open up very soon.
Indeed, it's gonna be very interesting to see who gets the automatic Champions League spot. And it's gonna be very interesting now
Holy
to see.
I've lost
Okay,
it. I don't
let me
know.
there we go. So the situation has been solved. There we go.
Yeah, brilliant.
So at the moment, we need to gather our last lap karaoke song. So does anybody have any ideas?
I'm still standing.
The Champions League
For Andy
anthem.
Park.
I will have "I'm Still Standing." Yes, that is a good one.
What
Let me just
about the
get up
Champions
right
League
row.
anthem?
Go fuck yourself.
There we go. We're now PG rated.
Right, Ben,
PG-13.
I'm sorry I'm gonna have to do this.
No, I'm stopping now. I'm stopping. Anyway,
I have an idea. We play Red Us. We skip to the end. Venice and go. Oh, Letelier is off. Letelier has made a mistake.
Oh god, Letelier is off. The final chicane. dropping down. Merlo gets a position, and now Andy Park has a bit of breathing gap behind, as I think those gaps are 3 seconds, throwing that up to from 1. And Andy Park is being even more happy. There's only 4 laps remaining, and his mediums, we saw some dropping. He's gotten back to the racing grounds that he wants to be, and those mediums are finally back where he wants them to.
Yeah, he's his personal best of the entire race so far with 46.0033, well 033 even, but it might not be enough. Mirko Melo on that last lap was set a 44.8, very close to his personal best, so Mirko Melo getting more and more and more consistent, even though he himself is on mediums, 5 lap younger tires.
Oh, Ferrer has spun off. I'm trying my best not to make a football reference from now on. But regardless of that, let's see now the Italian of Mirko Merlo chasing for the potential P2 spot.
Marifer has
as-
actually just got off through the snake section at the anti-back curve through to Dunlop, and I now pass it back over to Ven.
Thank you very much for the information. Anyway, switching back now into the battle for P2. I think that's going to be the most interesting fight right now on the circuit. We can watch a battle for P14, I guess, also. But regardless of that, it looks like that the fight is developing really interesting. It looks like Merlo might be going a little bit quicker.
Big mistake from Redmeyer.
Redmeyer in the gravel.
So we ride aboard
that-
with Diesel as she tries and make her move on Jack Smart into the hairpin. Let's see if she can close the gap. Oh, she closes in quite a lot. Jack Smart that was a very slow on the throttle for Jack Smart. Diesel waiting for Jack Smart, but may just have to forego it. I think Jack Smart might be a long while back before he catches up to you, darling.
That was
Ferrer
a
is just
staple.
made
That was a
another
staple
mistake.
to watch as Ipswich trying to avoid relegation this season.
Oh.
And we're back in the rest of football.
You can never know what it's like. Your blood like when the freezes just like ice, and there's a cold lonely light that shines from you. You're right like the
Oh, big mistake from Mika Murphy as he almost spins into the pit lane.
Iker did it, trying to go for the fastest lap by switching the tires.
Almost went.
Oh,
Mirko Melo!
Mirko goes off.
Very
Catches
much.
the car nearly. The stress is getting to our drivers. The pressure is building up, and 3 laps to go. That's about 3 laps. I was about to say the time, but it's 3 laps till the end. And actually 4 laps. I forgot the +1. So Andy Park is right there. That's him on the camera, just in front. And if Mirko manages to keep the car together, as I think Mirko also is on pretty worn out tires at this point, he is actually 5 laps younger tires, but with the way he's been driving, those tires might be in the same conditions as Andy Parks, and he slides off again.
Oh, that's a big mistake from Mirko Melo. That might settle the race. There's only 4 laps remaining. No matter the pace advantage, that's going to bring Sacha literally. Look at the speed advantage Sacha has. Can he make the move before the 130? I think Mirko just got away with it.
Let's see into the chicane. Sasha goes to China and back.
Whoa, and he still makes it.
Oh, he makes the corner as well. What a move from Sacha Letelier. That was audacious on the brakes. Somehow manages to get it stopped. I think he's thanking the whatever power above him for ABS on these cars.
Merlo now trying to put back
burning.
on the slipstream here, down into the first turn. Here we go, they're going to go side by side. Is they going to be caught? And they don't quite touch, but Letelier has to give it up.
Down
But now
under.
they go back. Here we go, and Merlo has again.
Sacha Letelier defends the position, still maintains that 3rd position. Melo will not be happy either. He might be seeing red in his eyes. He might have to calm down and start seeing clearly if he wants to maintain that position that he wants and not fall foul to more mistakes.
That was textbook switchback from Letelier. Turn 1 and 2. He's played it beautifully. Even saying that
big
Mirko
mistake.
issues.
This is
His
what I was
tires
saying.
I think his tires are cooked, let's be honest.
Dave, the tires are cooked like one of our commentators in soon will be in a bowl of soup as Jan Temka makes his way quickly up to the back of Hopkins. Mirko Melo has to calm down and simmer down a little bit, throw in a few veggies to properly cook for that P3 move.
That's
quite not
We
lie.
see a drift again from Merlo. Here we go. He's going to not have the slipstream. He's lost that advantage, and that'll be thanks to the dirty air from the car in front of Letelier. And Merlot now is 7/10 down on this. So Merlot struggling to get to the end of this race as it stands right now. And well, there's actually a battle for 5th that is going on right now. It's Hopkins and Temka. They're coming through Spoon as we speak with 2 laps to go for these. Well, 2 laps or 3 laps to go for these two.
Jan is very much cooking at the moment. He needs to make sure that he doesn't oversow the stew, otherwise it will be inedible. But regardless of that, we're seeing him now slipstreaming. Hopkins here. Let's see what's gonna happen into the chicane. I don't think he's gonna make the move just yet. Ooh, that's a very big car right there. And he's gone to China Impact, just like SpecialEffect, but he doesn't send it, so he loses credibility points.
As let me quote some a
Oh,
famous
big
chef,
slide.
Gordon Ramsay saying that's overcooked, and I believe that's just what Jan Temka did through 130. Yeah, it's not raw; it's the opposite.
Fucking raw.
And as we see Mirko Melo on the back of SpecialEffect, Hopkins sets a personal best lap towards the end of the race. Only two laps remaining. Oliveira is probably just cruising down. He probably got his music turned up to full. He's probably listening to this podcast right now. You know, just drinking a little bit of jazz playing. He's got a saxophone player right next to him.
He's
Just
got
soothing the lines. Mirko!
He's teleported. He's disqualified. He's disqualified. Mirko's completely out.
Mirko completely
pressed,
out.
Hit the pack to pits button, a pre-binded button. He's misclicked it and is off. And that happened at the end of a tiny endurance race. But Jan Temke still not done here. Right on the rear Hopkins. Hopkins as much on the inside as possible. Jan Temke tries to down under, doesn't quite manage. And loses the exit speed that he had there. Now towards Weatherspoons. Jan Temke is just a bit too far behind Hopkins. Hopkins just has a bit of a run there, but goes sliding into it, into Spoons. Jan Temke is just behind, gets a better run towards 130 now. Might be just enough for the slipstream.
Now it looks like Jan Tepka has ordered the steak with an alcoholic beverage for a good price here at Spoons, coming out of it into 130. Let's see if he takes it and how far can Hopkins make that Nissan stretch. Oh, not so much. And Jan Tepka seemed to have eaten that stew and gone so back onto the back of Hopkins.
Hopkins has oversalted the dish, but he's watering it down to make sure that the stew is edible.
And now
regardless of that.
And I passed the rounds back to Dave.
Right, so as it stands right now, Merlot, the fish was raw with Merlot. So
Oh,
now
side by side!
them two, but Temka and Hopkins making contact into the first corner. But it's Temka who aggressively puts Hopkins out the way and says, "Don't give me food poisoning, please. I'll cook my own chicken tenders." And right now, we also have Max Livingston catching up to all of this, but there's so little time remaining. Leader on the final lap. And at the moment, it looks like Temka has got this also.
Side by side, Bruce Silva and Arnold into 130. Anorenkas just makes it ahead of Bruce Silva into 130. Bruce runs very wide. He's not able to catch Arnold back on the chicane. Let's see if they can make way back onto the final stretch.
But saying that as well, Oliveira is on the final chicane, and that means through the final corner. His now the final breath he can take, crosses the line and wins this Suzuka GT500 race. And he's done it. He has brought it together. Andy Park behind can start singing the lyrics to I'm Still Standing, as he has brought it with an early pit stop. With the luck of the get place behind, Sasha gets third. And Jan Temke with the overly move into turn 1 gets it into P4, and it's just an incredible final couple laps. And not only that, my head is absolutely banging from listening a football podcast here doing racing.
Max Livingston tries to get as close by to the back of Hopkins as he can. Under 1 second, 8 tenths, but no, the finish line just too close as he has to settle back for 6th place. Hopkins with 5th, and Jan Temke will take 4th position. EK
Meyer also smoking. I think he smoking as he passed the line, so I think that tire might have blown, but I'm not sure.
Indeed, so we have EK Marvel taking 7th place. That was going so well for the Spaniard early in the race, but just a few mistakes here and there puts him in 7th place. Mateusz Breitmeier, who was also fighting in the top spots, finishes in 8th place. Martin Krau, managing to overcome the early connection issues we saw, comes home in 9th place. Arno Arenkas will finish in the 10th place, still on the back of Arno Ferrer, who is yet to finish, just a lap down. Manages to keep it on the track, and Arno is just there with Bruce Silva coming across in 11th place. 12th, like we said, will go to Arno Ferrer. Jack Smart will finish in 13th. Mirko Mello, who was leading the race, had the pace to win, but just had too many mistakes, finished 14th, and the owner of Ledpo Racing finishes in 15th place, with Diesel finishing down in 16th.
I think the owner of Ledpo has. I think his company is bankrupt after that performance.
And we're still standing.
I'd watch your language. Make sure you're not
still
getting
standing.
kicked out if you're not paid for this commentary today anymore, you know?
Indeed. How about the
you
Stokes?
I think I lost my pay when I made the West Ham reference.
You lost your pay.
You
You
just
lost
saw
your
your
pay the
paycheck
moment you
flying
joined the
away.
commentary. It seems.
Ah.
So, shall we
By the way,
karaoke
got
this
jokes.
out?
Well, which
Jokes
song are we
aside.
singing?
I think we're going to sing I'm Still Standing because that seems to be what Luca requested the
No,
most.
what about?
I've made a good
I think the
suggestion.
suggestion, I really like this suggestion from the chat, was to do the Max Verstappen song, but just go Su 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 Su
Yeah, exactly.
Suzuka do 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 do.
That's,
Su-
okay, then,
su-
fair
su-
enough.
Idea. That's
Oh, when you have music.
Suzuku.
There it goes, yeah,
Su-
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 Su- Suzuka. Su- 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 Su. Su- 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 Su. Su- 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 Su. Su- Suzuka. Su- 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 Su. Su- Suzuka.
But don't you know?
I'm still standing.
Oh, man.
I don't know the
By the way,
lyrics.
By the way,
You
we
can
have
never know what it's like. Your blood like wind freezes just like ice, and there's a cold, lonely light that shines from you. You are the light that you hide behind that mask you use. And do you
You can
ever
do
think this
that.
fool can never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. I've got a taste of in a simple way. And if you need to know why I'm still standing, you just fade away. Don't you know?
I'm still standing.
Better than I ever did.
Feeling like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. And
I'm still standing.
After all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind.
I'm still standing. Yeah.
I'm still standing. That's beautiful.
On point.
Beautiful.
On point, lads.
Well, we
Beautiful.
can do
So I
it.
should end my
Christian
commentary and
Torres,
become a
yeah.
singer right now. That's
Right
just
now.
pointed it.
This has been fantastic. Thank you so much to you guys for
Can we run
partaking
through
in
the
this.
order of Super? Can I run through the order for Super GT?
Yes, you can.
I do it.
All right. So in the Champions League spots, we got Martin Oliveira.
I told you.
Alright, guys, it was so much fun having you here.
told you.
I should
have listened to that.
Yeah, you have fun then in your little no, then stay there.
Right, so we have Martin Oliveira takes the amazing win with sheer consistency and drive. Hasn't put a foot wrong this whole race. Andy Park takes second place. Takes a second place with a fantastic recovery drive, recovery from a mistake. A very early pit stop, managing to get those tires to the end. Letelier back up on podium as well with a good pace throughout the race. Jan Temka still in fourth place with Hopkins fifth place. They will certainly be happy. Max Livingston just behind Hopkins in sixth place. Ika Marva, after a few mistakes early in the race, finishes seventh in position. Mateusz Breitmeier will take eighth. Kral, after having so many connection issues earlier in the V8 supercars, as to not be able to partake, finishes ninth. Arno Arenkas 10th position, I believe best finish for him in today's event. Bruce Silva for 11th place. Arno 12th place. Jack Smart will take 13th. Martin Melo, oh what a heartbreak for him. He definitely had the pace, the overall pace to win. And Pat Harraday in 15th place, who has been racing with extreme pain due to his sickle cells, comes across 15th. So massive congratulations to him for finishing an endurance event, and a 16th place for Diesel.
Oh my days.
We got through that
No worries,
chaos.
Dave. I'm doing the-
And
I'm
thank
doing
you.
the
And
job of-
the chat has said that there's a Bulgarian in the background somewhere.
I guess that was the final car that was on the track, and now that everyone is off, we only see the lonely pit people. Bless me, thank you. As we only see the pit people, as Lollipop Man standing there.
Right, come back then. You're fine.
You're allowed
got
to speak
mad
here
of
now.
me
You're allowed. Right.
teleporting in the other voice chat all the time.
Indeed.
Sorry,
So
man.
I do know that some people are wanting an interview for the last race. So let's see if we can grab somebody here who wants to have an interview. Who is still left? No, all out. We'll have an interview all at once.
No. Right, give the first one to Ven. Ven deserves it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we are all here as commentators, so it's only fair if we bring everybody in at once to interview.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Yes,
Let's do it.
make it a
Perfect.
So yeah,
big,
Jan said Hopkins is in, Anno is in, Anna will complain who else is here. Everybody's speaking, so everybody is here for the absolute finale of who wants to come and be an interview. So guys, thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for you drivers and every driver who's watching and will be watching the VOD and has partaken. Thank you so much to you guys. It has been a phenomenal event, and I am so happy that you you partook in this event.
Quiet down with Simon, please. Let the man speak.
Sorry to
Quiet down with
interrupt.
Simon.
Sorry to interrupt, but I have a request from Juan Gramage.
Shut up.
Mate. Okay, fine.
Please stop with that fanboy. This man is trying to speak.
Step one.
Let our man Van speak.
Let the man say that thing.
Can I just say that I wanna thank again everybody here. I like, because I can't believe to the fact that this happened all because Matt was like, I'm just gonna DM people and ask them if they wanna join. Like, that shows you that you can start from the bottom and somehow raise nearly £400 for charity within 10 hours. And I just wanna give Matt a round of applause for his incredible organizational skills.
Get in there, Matt.
Applause.
Well,
Round of applause,
I
everyone.
cannot take all the credit. Everybody here has put in their fair share of work. I mean, first of all, Victor, amazing work on the graphics. Paschetti,
Sorry, my phone's ringing. Sorry.
Paschetti for the organization behind with the sign-ups has certainly helped, and everybody here has Ike with the intro video, all the community who have ran these events for you, all of the drivers with whom the events could not happen. It would not be fun with just 8 community organizers just racing around the track. So everyone that partook in this event, even if you just signed up, just shared, thank you so much to all of you. It's just the message that I want to give. It doesn't matter what
Matt,
you
the
do.
after party is in 5 minutes. Please hurry up.
So I just want to say massive thank you to everyone, because
Of course.
I'm
You're
just a
welcome.
small drop in the ocean. It's a collective effort from all of you.
Absolutely.
Everyone
I
helped
know, right,
each other,
Luca?
even the drivers with the setups, deliveries and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah, and a massive thanks to the commentators as well. Cannot forget you guys. You guys have been here commentating for the whole day. It's been wonderful to have in every single one of you to bring your own flair to this event.
The light incident.
Dominators.
Here we go.
And I think for the ending of the stream, I have a little chant for everybody in the voice chat. It's very simple.
Uh-huh.
You know the song Max Verstappen do 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 do?
Oh,
I think
no.
everybody knows it.
Oh, God.
30 people start singing in.
It says, there we go. There we
let's
go.
do the
So
month. Let's do the
So
month.
I will give everybody the countdown, and we all go Suzuka. Okay?
Cricket sound.
3, 2, 1.
Suzuka, Suzuka. Well done, guys. We sound like a bunch of dying whales. It was beautiful.
By the way, we accept
Absolutely.
wedding invitations to play.
I will come to your wedding.
If you make football references, we're not coming.
God damn, I'll invite you all to my wedding in the US next year.
God damn, are you gonna sponsor the? Are you gonna sponsor the flights there as well?
Is the expenses paid?
Yeah, it's an expenses paid.
I'm putting a 1 month paid into that flight. You know that.
You know what? I'm gonna. I have a. You know, I was dealing with a bit of a problem. Let me demonstrate.
Bro pulled out the camera.
Do you know what this is?
It's a headset.
These are bad headphones.
Anu and his headphone problems every single time.
I wish the stream could see this.
Please stop that signboards.
I know face showing a
I ripped the cable off.
La mia
I ripped the
Renault
cable off.
è come riavere la Gioconda.
You ripped it off.
You ripped cable off.
Well,
Yeah, by accident. It was not like it was not held very well, but yeah, I ripped it off by accident.
Tell you what, the Formula One post-race show has nothing on this.
Julian Palmer, who?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
But yeah, can I complain?
No.
We don't accept complaints.
Like,
Cannot
for real,
complain.
last race, the last
I
two
don't like
race
this.
was perfect.
Right, that's enough.
Anu,
Okay.
you may
Now
open a
it's
ticket
spamming
race.
sound.
I have a question for
open a
everybody
ticket
here.
and block everything
I
there.
wanna-
We don't need your
I wanna
complaint here.
go in order and ask everybody this question, starting with Anno. Your favorite moment over the course of today's racing?
Formula Master.
Excellent.
Straight up.
Easily, honestly. I mean, it's a close second. A close second is just losing my mind during the forms.
Next up, Luca. Chernobyl.
Who? Sorry? Sorry?
I'm
Say
sorry.
it again.
I thought it was
Say my
Chernobyl for a
name
moment.
again.
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. I apologize. That's not my name, but okay, I'll take you speaking to me. My favorite moment was, I haven't been here for the entirety of the event, sadly, but I must say when I was here, Formula Masters was obviously my favorite, as I was also commentating over that. There was some great battles going on there, but also during the qualifying sessions, the final 3-1s, I think I was there for Legends Ford, Formula Masters, and GT500, and those three were all three together, just seeing as the drivers were in those cars for the first time today. Showed us some epic fighting as well, before even the racing started, but out of the racing, Formula Masters, the second race was incredible, but I say the GT500 takes the cherry on top.
Diesel, your favorite moment over the course of today's racing? If you want to speak, of course.
Honestly, I think my favorite moment was definitely the Legends Ford. Like, I think that both of those races, I was supposed to be working, and I could not work the entire time because I was just too busy watching them duke it out on track. I think that was probably the most fun battle I saw today.
Okay, Fireball,
Yes.
your favorite moment over the course of today's racing?
My favorite moment here was not being to partake in one.
Excellent. Dave,
Only the last one.
excellent. Dave,
So my favorite moment of everything was the Legends racing. I thought we saw a lot of nimble cars go around the West Circuit, which was an
I'm seeing a
absolute-
pattern here.
I did also commentate on that as well. Don't get me wrong, but it was just so exciting, and just seeing the West Circuit be used. And of course, as Matt said earlier in the stream, it's been abandoned for 2 years, and that's such a shame because we saw such great entertainment from everybody taking part there. The Legends were easily by far and away my favorite.
Excellent. Hopkins.
Right. So, I think this is a bit of a tough choice. I
And
would
keep it
rather-
brief.
I would rather consider splitting it between Ford Legends, GT500, and V8 Supercars. I had a lot of great moments there, and I'm really not sure what I would say was the best because I all had some great moments there. In the GT500 race, it was that I was just able to kind of get into a flow state and really keep my pace and actually nail my pit stop. In the V8 Supercars race, it was that despite a very misadventurous first lap, I was able to slowly claw my way back and actually finish just one position down from where I started.
2, 1. Okay,
And
Ikea,
that's
your turn.
Can I skip?
I think.
Sure. Jan
think that sounds
Temkla, Pivo, what do you have to say?
Perfect.
That's definitely not my moment with Pivo event. But actually, me being the magnet for crashes, and I was always in the middle of them, and I was always the one spinning out, but whatever. Also, collective brain rot during the Formula Masters 2, but especially for the Legends. There was all the screaming, all the panicking, or the laughing, just
That's
losing
in the
your
voice
brain.
chat, I assume, right? You weren't
then-
talking in your head, laughing in your head, right?
Then, can
Yeah.
I...
So the voices in his head.
Then, may I say something quick as well?
Go for it.
My favorite moment was as well the way your server had the biggest issues as well.
Hey, next person! Next person!
Juan.
Carizar.
It's Juan, if Juan is still here, technically.
Juan said in the chat that his favorite moments was the qualifyings and the Supreme Race to Chaos.
And he's two useless balls.
Right, Carizar.
Yeah, that's my name.
Your favorite moment?
Either, I mean, I only raced 2 cars, but either that late braking on the chicane on Mirko Mello, or the moment where I went side by side with Danny Tutui all the way across the Suzuka S's. I think you missed that on stream though. Like
Okay.
From turn 1 to turn 7.
Yeah, okay, Martin Oliveira.
Well, I got some great battles in the V8s and now on the GT500 I enjoyed that as well. But definitely the Legend Fords and the battle in the second race with Sarah was definitely a highlight.
Okay, Nick, the organizer of AFR who uploaded the skins after the qualifying session.
I was I was losing my mind trying to figure out who people were from the Discord accounts and the sign-up names, but anyway. Obviously it's when the commentators decided to just give up on life and start singing Suzuka in the theme of le mo.
That was a great moment. That you gave +5 Reddit points.
+5.
Antoine.
Yeah, so I participated in 2 races, like the V8 and the Formula Masters, and for the V8, like the neat thing that was in it was like I started like on all the way back on the grid. It was quite funny. So like I was like at the beginning of the straight, so I have to push like hell to join the guys, and then on the Formula Masters, it was like all the battles that I was in. It was really great, and yeah, it was really good on the battle part. Yeah.
Awesome. And now it has Siju. Do you wanna, because you muted, that's why I didn't ask you, but do you wanna say your favorite moment?
Well, in terms of racing, I've only raced in the Formula Masters, so my favorite moment from there was definitely the last 2 laps battle with Isprang Stopa.
Can we also mention, Siju, can I say this on the stream as well? We were the only one who went below the 2-minute barrier, which was the whole goal of the Formula Masters event, essentially. That's what it was all based on, because somebody break the 2-minute barrier. And Matt, can you show the reward that Siju got on stream? It's in the Formula Masters chat.
Do I have to? I have to download it, and I have to upload it, and then I have to Streamlabs it, and then if the stream like crashes because it crashed twice already.
I can't describe it. I can't describe it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a really nice red shirt with a Pumbaa logo, which is just Puma from the jungle movie Pumbaa. On the left side, I think that is the left side, is the OTL logo. On the right side is a secular. I think that is the his
Breaking Point Racing.
Breaking Point Racing logo, and on the shirt it says with a nice font, I did a 1 minute 59 863 around Suzuka in the Formula Masters, and all I got was this T-shirt with Skoda, Mercedes, and Cupra logos at the bottom.
Tell you what, the funny thing is I know somebody who could actually make that shirt for you.
He deserves it. I think it was what was it?
Well, the T-shirt that is not even real. I have to pay for it.
No, you don't. I
19.99
don't
plus shipping.
I would if you could just cover the shipping for it, I would happily get somebody to make it for you.
It's fine. Let's just say I did a under 2 minutes lap time, but no one needs to watch the replay on how I did it.
How many corners did you cut?
Yeah.
5.
Broke out the whole
I
last
almost did.
chicane.
My best. My
You actually
fair
got the final
best
chicane
lap
to get
time-
that lap.
Yes, but my best lap time was actually.
Well, you're not getting the T-shirt after admitting to that. You're not getting the T-shirt after admitting to that.
I was really close to 59. I didn't know that would be legal, honestly.
At 2:59.
What?
Bro, you
Well,
said you were close to it.
2:59.
Okay, 1:59. I was really close to do it. My best legit lap time was a 2 minute 0.3 to say like that 0.3.
I just
I cut the
Okay.
chicane.
done it.
I didn't realize it was legal, but you know, shut up and don't say anything about it. Anyways, that was my favorite racing moment. The last 2 laps. My favorite moment as a viewer. Honestly, a little bit biased, but the IndyCar races were good. Of course, I'm biased here. And my second favorite moment was definitely the last lap battle, the last 2 laps battle in the Ford Legends with Sarah and I don't know who that was anymore.
Yeah, so that was crazy.
Yeah, that was really, really great entertainment.
And it seems like I am lost unless Sarah wants to take the word, which I'm not sure if they would. So I'm gonna take the word from them.
We can always read Sarah. And also, we technically haven't asked Andy what.
Oh,
we
haven't
think.
I apologize. I do apologize. And Sarah's favorite moment was Manchester United winning the Champions League.
Oh, there we go.
So.
No,
very
wait,
good
no,
moment.
United, never mind.
No, no, the disrespect.
She's lying. She's lying. She's gotta be lying.
We're winning the Premier League 2025. Remember my words.
Okay, Andy Park, you have spoken. So So you're summoned to say your favorite
Stop
moment.
singing. I'm still standing.
Finishing P2 on the GT500s because initially I didn't even expect to finish in the top 10, but somehow I made it all the way to P2. Mostly it was about making justice to the absolutely amazing car that Diesel designed for me and my teammates. So I'm happy to get like that moment of screen time.
That's very
If it even got some.
Oh.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Oh, thanks,
And
Andy.
and my favorite moment, I think I have to put them in the top 3.
When it caused the delays.
Third was all of the pineapple references to Azum's car because the skin didn't load and we had to explain to people what the custom skin was. For qualifying. Too many pina coladas clearly from the server manager. My second favorite moment was watching the Formula Masters race on the stream because I felt really proud. It almost felt like they were my cars and they were being driven around like they were my kids. So that was very, 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 very sweet.
Yeah, you were so proud. You tried to extend it as long as possible.
I mean, to be fair, you were right. We were the only community to do the +1 lap on the time races. I will accept that. I accept that. And my favorite moment has to be. I'm gonna give it to this. I personally think my favorite moment was Super GT commentary. I apologize again to the listeners, but boy did I feel good doing that commentary.
We know the stuff.
We know this.
Fill me. I was in the middle of the race. Fill me in. What are you talking about then?
Oh, you have to rewatch the VOD. You will certainly have to rewatch the VOD.
I cannot explain it. You just have to watch the VOD.
You cannot explain it. You have to experience it.
Yeah, and I will perhaps put a formal apology to Anno while I've got. While I've got
For race fixing.
Dave, I will tell you a secret.
Race.
Oh,
I just heard.
I can't hear you, Anno. Sorry.
Fucking hell, I need to tell David something.
Yes.
I hit you on purpose.
I know.
I just get to use the
Yeah,
fuck
I know.
out of the way.
I watched it on back. I was like, oh wait, he's hit me on purpose. And then I made fun of you in this commentary.
Also, I do
we
have
added
a
tobacco
I do
somewhere.
have a new favorite moment this entire moment this entire day was how we were supposed to say light during the lights, and then no one said it at the correct time, and then we had to say 6 on the 6th flight, and I believe I was the only one who said 6.
Oh, I said a 6. I was waiting. I was. I think.
God, I said 6 too.
Yeah, I said
It's
6
like
too.
5.
We were waiting.
Well,
we were waiting for Bulgarian internet to receive our light.
Hey,
I mean, you got that out of sync, but the intention was there, so.
Yeah, look.
No, but
exactly.
Couldn't say lights during the
Exactly.
lights.
We tried to do it. We just couldn't execute it
We're gonna
perfectly.
ignore the fact that I was
I blame
muted
the
only
I blame the
last
lag.
millisecond.
Better
That I
than
was
the-
muted and I tried
better than
desperately
the
to unmute
internet.
myself.
From Juan, it was Ben. It was better than the internet from Juan.
I mean, let's not speak about the internet of Juan. Okay? 'Cause I don't think-
To be honest, my
Okay, carry
internet
on.
my internet had a little bit of cutouts here today. I had to unplug my Ethernet and plug it back in to reset it for some reason. I don't know why. Out of all days, it chose today, but. We should probably wrap it up. It's 10 p.m. here. I've been live for 12 hours now, non-stop,
Well
pretty
done.
much.
Shall we also give a shout out to Matt's PC for surviving 12 hours?
I survived. It survived 24 hours of full rendering at 4K. So this is nothing. This is
Can we make
nothing
another
for
race and stream it as well?
it. You can stream it.
I can load up the Formula Masters again.
Look, Van, you have enough people to go on your own stream, and you can stream Risk.
Oh
Have we
shit!
played
No, no,
Risk?
no, 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 no,
He's
no,
gonna
no,
play-
no, no, no,
he's
no,
gonna
no.
play Victoria.
Just throwing that here. Whoever makes a Super GT League with those cars will have a lot of people because man, those cars are just perfect.
They are the worst. They are literally the worst. What are you
Those are
talking about?
perfect.
That sounds like a you
problem.
I only heard bad things about those cars.
I took P2 on those cars, but they're absolutely the worst.
I did not drive them. I did not enjoy it. Not a single moment.
Guys,
Same.
Yeah, it's awful,
It was
but
just
it's
44
awful in a way
minutes
that makes it
of
better.
mind-breaking agony.
I
Like,
think we
honestly.
need to officially wrap the stream up.
Indeed.
It's
So
been
can
time.
we? I think you should just deafen and you do the outro yourself.
I definitely
think
want to
that's the best
include
way.
you for
One
the
last
final
shout-out.
goodbye, but certainly I just want to say thank you to everybody who partook in this event. Thank you to all the community managers and organizers and owners that have come together to make this event what it is. Thank you to the drivers, the amazing show that you put on today, and without you, the racing couldn't happen that allowed us to raise as much money. Thank you to the commentators who have helped to elevate the atmosphere around here. It definitely wouldn't be the same without you guys. Thank you to the admin team that worked behind. It's phenomenal working with every single one of you. Thank you to every single one of the viewers and all the donators, and a special and extremely, once again, massive shout out to SpecialEffect, the charity for which we are doing, who are actually out there changing people's lives. So again, massive thank you to all, and I do want to say thank you to every single people here who do want to join in the final goodbyes for the stream. And we will certainly be doing this again. And hopefully next time we do it, it will be bigger.
And hopefully we'll stick to the schedule.
I need to go to the bathroom, so goodbye. Thank you, chat.
So there's a goodbye from
Bye.
everyone. But I do want to say, I want to have a massive collective goodbye from every single one of you. So on the count of 3, I want everyone to say goodbye. So 3,
I got you.
3, 2, 1, goodbye.
Bye bye.